is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today I'm looking at one of the rarest superbikes ever made. It's a Bimota, limited production, handmade superbike. This is the holy grail of superbikes, if I might say, from this era from 1997, combining the best suspension, tires, brakes, bodywork, and Italian craftsmanship humanly possible, wrapped up with the most potent motor of its time, the Yamaha YB1100cc engine. Fantastic machine. This is a two-owner bike. This came directly from the Superbike Universe collection. All original paint. Everything on the bike's original. It had 1,500 miles when Pete Baccarosa purchased it. Bike now has 3,000 miles. Pete put about 1,500 on it. The only defect I could find on the bike was a little crack in the windshield right here, which I'm sure could be replaced. It doesn't need to be replaced. It's just a crack. Other than that, the bike's in absolutely gorgeous condition. Only 3,000 miles. I did see a small, tiny scrape in the black paint, about 2 inches long right here on the muffler, and a tiny little nick in the seat. But other than that, the bike is absolutely stunning condition. Here's the title. This title is the original with 676 miles on it. Robert Martin from Sioux Falls, Idaho. It's titled under his name. So he was the second owner, I believe, because it had 676 miles on it. So it hasn't been signed over to Pete Baccarosa, so whoever owns it next will be the third owner. The motorcycle is a 1997, totally stock, includes a single seat cowl and the passenger seat. The bike is in showroom condition cosmetically, and it's been stored in a climate-controlled museum. In order to run it, it's going to need to be recommissioned. We did put a battery in it, put a little gas in it. It did start up and run off of 2 cylinders. The other 2, because the carburetors are gummed up from a little bit of gas that was left in the carbs will need to be cleaned. It also will need a battery, and also the radiator system needs to be serviced. There's evidence of the connections on the hoses leaking a little bit of cooling fluid, and there's a tiny pinhole in the top of the radiator where you fill it up. So the radiator will probably need to be repaired or replaced, and then the cooling system serviced. Other than that, mechanically and cosmetically, the bike is in stunning, brand new 3,000 mile condition. Pete rode it about 1,500 miles, said he absolutely loved it. It's a great sport touring bike, plenty of power, and a unique body shape. This is a sport touring bike. The handlebar and riding position is a little bit more upright than some of the Bimotas, which were, just road racing bikes. This one's more of a sport touring bike. The bike is truly a work of art. Put it in your living room, put it in the museum. It's on display in the New England Motorcycle Museum today. If you want to add this to your collection to have one of the rarest superbikes made in 1997, then buy this bike. We can get it moved to anywhere in the country, the United States, for $500 or less using Daily Direct. We have a special deal with them. We can ship bikes anywhere in the country for less than $500. We'll also assist overseas bidders with shipping, but the expense will be all yours. We have a few other Bimotas that are coming up for sale, so stay tuned. Those will also come out as they're ready. Again, this is a hand-welded, hand-built Bimota frame, Yamaha electronics, Bimota fiberglass in perfect condition, approximately 3,000 miles on it. We're right here in Rockville, Connecticut, Vernon, Connecticut. The TV series of the Bimota machines have an impressive pedigree stretching back to the early 1980s. And with an engine lifted from Yamaha's Thunder Ace 1000, the YB11 has mountains of mid-range power. Match this to the usual high-quality Bimota chassis and you expect a racer for the road, but the YB11 has compliant suspension and almost high-ish handlebars for a Bimota, making this a Latin lovely you can genuinely ride all day long. Unique styling and stunning little engineering details make this the one for the open road connoisseur. I will say, I've been to Daytona for the last 15 years, every year. I've been to Laconia, I've been to Sturgis, I've been to all the Superbike Nationals. I've been to the Daytona 200. You'll see more sport bikes there than anywhere every year until they stop running it there. And you just don't see a lot of Bimotas. They only made 650 of these, and they were shipped all over the world. I don't know how many are in the US. I can tell you in the museums I've been to on the East Coast, there might be 1 or 2 Bimotas. It's an extremely rare, super highly collectible bike. This is the Ferrari of motorcycles, okay? This is the absolute epitome of exclusivity. Just a fantastic, fantastic machine. Superleggera, the name of this bike, actually means super light in Italian, and the name suits Bimota's exotic new flagship just fine. With its lean, aggressively sculpted styling, the YB11 looks like a more muscular, slimmed down version of the Thunder Ace. That's just how it feels on the road too. The 20-valve Ace engine's thunderous mid-range torque is present and correct, just waiting to deliver wheelie popping acceleration on the way to the Superleggera's 170 plus mile per hour top speed. And while the Yamaha is a well-rounded superbike designed for stability and even comfort as well as speed, the Bimota is single-minded sportster built to blow away all opposition on a twisty road. So this is just one of the best handling superbikes of that era. Front suspension is completely new. Yamaha recently claimed the Thunder Ace's 48mm forks were the thickest of all motorcycling, but even they are dwarfed by this Superleggera's gigantic 51mm diameter stanchions. The leading axle payoles are adjustable for compression and rebound dampening and grip. A strengthened 25mm diameter front wheel spindle. Payola also provides the YB11's multi-adjustable rear shock. Now if you take a look at this, look at the forks on this thing. This is the one thing that really struck me on this bike was how massive the forks are. 51mm, gold anodized, carbon fiber, just spectacular fiberglass work. This is a work of art. From the wheels, to the carbon fiber, to the suspension, to the bodywork, nothing finer in a sport bike from this era exists. As usual, Bimota made no internal changes to the 1,002cc liquid-cooled Thunder Ace engine, which is in standard form produces approximately 145 horsepower at 10,000 RPM. But the Rimini firm fits its own larger capacity airbox, fed via ducts running back from the nose of the Superleggera's sleek glass fiber fairing, Ram Air. Bimota says the airbox adds 2 or 3 horsepower in conjunction with the new 4-in-1 pipe and rejetting of the Yamaha's 38mm Mikuni carbs. The Bimota feels lean and purposeful from the moment you throw your leg over the thinly padded single seat. The Bimota's exhaust note has a little more of a rasp to it than the Yamaha pipe, but as usual, the big motor's sophisticated feel and low rev facility give a little hint of the power waiting to be unleashed. On the road, it's a Superleggera's reduced weight that does most to boost straight line performance. This YB11 is 33 pounds lighter than the Yamaha Thunder Ace and exactly matches the less powerful CB900R, giving it the best of both worlds. Lightweight and outrageous power to weight ratio matched only by Bimota's own GSXR 1100 engine SB6. So the only bike made of this era that had a similar power to weight ratio was Bimota's other bike, the GSXR 1100. Yamaha's latest 20-valve motor, revised in this year's YZF form with the forged pistons and a lightened crankshaft, is a sophisticated and hugely powerful power plant. It's stomping, sending the Bimota stomping forward, giving a flick with the quick action throttle. So Bimota Sportsters are mighty expensive. This bike new was over $20,000, which in today's dollars, 20 years later, is somewhere in the $50,000 range. Is what if you consider inflation over 20 years, it'd be at least double. So back then, you could buy a new bike for a new Yamaha for less than half that. So roughly double the price. And you're also getting the exclusivity that the production numbers. I've seen a couple of areas that said 650. I have this one right here. This article says they only made 500 of them. But I can tell you this: not a lot of them came to the U.S. And 5-speed transmission, Yamaha engine, super easy to work on. Parts are available. Just a fantastic machine, very exclusive. If you excuse me, if you have any questions about the bike, give me a call at 860-454-7024. If you want to come look at the bike, have a mechanic inspect it, whatever you want to do, you're welcome to. Again, this is a 3,000-mile bike. The only issues it has are the ones that I told you about. Our mechanic went right through the whole motorcycle, so that's confirmed. If you want help shipping it, like I said, anywhere in the U.S., under 500 bucks. So take this opportunity and score yourself a super rare, ultra cool Bimota. You'll be the only guy on your block one, I can guarantee you that. And also know you'll be helping preserve motorcycle history, all 15% of the proceeds of this sale are going to fund the New England Motorcycle Museum. The rest is going to Super Bike Universe Museum. So both history, motorcycle history museums. So good luck bidding on the bike, and God bless.